Let's just start off right here inside the school. For those who don't know, the morning come up is every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. All right, so this is when I get on here and I share information about crypto, what it is, how it works, do some Q&A, just so that people can be familiar with what we got going on. For those who are not already inside of the school community, this is Block Cycle Labs, where we are basically teaching people how cryptocurrency works. It's for beginners. We have almost 200 members inside the community. It's $49 a month for access to basically my 3.5 years worth of crypto knowledge. So this will help you skip the line. You'll know what it is and how you can actually use it. So we have beginners. We have a way for you to make passive income every day, how you can get started investing in digital real estate, where you can buy real estate with as little as $50 and start making money every single day. For those who are working on their credit or want to work on their credit, we just started including stuff about credit building. And then we have the asset and liquidity guidance, which is basically helping you manage the assets that you already have. All right. And then, like I said, this is $49 a month. This is the community tab. So shout out to everybody that did the submission so I can get on this TEDx talk here in Chicago. Reached 20,000 in the private bank. I'll show that in a second. We just Brandon is a new guy in our community. He's actually on the Pi Network, so he's going to be bringing us some information on that. And today I'm going to be sharing stuff about astrology and finance and going over the moon cycles with trading for people that are more interested in that. But this is the community tab where everyone's just posts different things. Let me see. We got post your wins. What we got for the wins? I set with business growth. I'm Reginald, and I said again. So we got to get more. Jennifer was in here 17 days ago. So I'm working on getting more engagement in here. And then the classroom. For everyone that joins this community, you will get access to the free training and checklist. This will tell you exactly what you need to be focused on, how to get started, step by step. And then we have a monthly awareness call. You can see the morning come up. The replays will be posted inside of the school. And then we go over the different steps. Level 6 members look forward to a video in March. And then the private bank and real estate, NFT Tuesdays with JoJo, the credit building. And then starting next month, I'm going to open up registration for this DeFi certification 4-week course that I'm cooking up. And then the calendar tells you what's happening when, and like in the community tab, that'll pop up at the top of the community tab. What's actually happening now will be live, and that's where we are live on Zoom. Reggie, what's going on? How you feeling, bro? So this is it, and then first thing first, let me jump over to Trading View. No, not Trading View. Let me go to Coin Market Cap first. Let me add that market check to this. All right, so this is the market check. So we're going to see how much is all of the total cryptocurrency market worth now. It's at 2.7 trillion, right? It's February 28th. The overall cryptocurrency market is worth $2 trillion. And I've said this before because I got a lot of people that trade stock and they trade Forex. And let's just say that the overall market outside of crypto is worth 7 trillion. It's important to understand that cryptocurrency is still new and it's already worth basically half of that, half of the overall capital markets, equity markets, stock, forex, commodities, bonds, all of those different markets. Let's just say it's estimated at around 7 trillion just for the purpose of this video. Cryptocurrency is worth half of that and it's still new. So I encourage people to start learning about cryptocurrency just because of that. It's the newest asset class in the world. I think that alone is worth learning. Okay, so let's do this. Bitcoin. We all know Bitcoin hit 100K this year, 2025, but right now it's under 90,000. I've always said this. Bitcoin under 100K is definitely something that, I encourage people to do their research on. Why Bitcoin is worth 1.6 trillion market cap just by itself. And then Ethereum's under 3,000, still good. XRP's under $3. And if you look close, in the last 7 days, Bitcoin's down 15%, Ethereum's down 20%, XRP's down 20%, Solana's down almost 20%, Dogecoin's down 22%. So we are in downtrend money right now. This is an opportunity to buy the dip, right? For all the people that's already in the market, this is an opportunity to buy the dip. This is coinmarketcap.com. I always encourage people to create a watch list and lock in on the top 100 coins, do their own research, and pick out some that they're interested in. So I'm going to do a correlation with the moon cycles. But let me go back to school real quick. And let's do moon cycles, search moon cycles. So for anyone that's in the community already, you can use the search box above just to pick up on certain posts. So just over the past week, I've started posting about moon cycles. So I'm going to go over that again, just so that people can have some clarity. Let's start with the moon cycle strategies, right? Let me edit that. That was the video that I had made, but it was not complete. So I'm going to actually post this video there. But so the upcoming new moon will occur. It already started. So yesterday at 4:44 p.m., I want people to understand the moon cycles are basically astrology and your emotions. This is not technical or fundamental analysis. The analysis comes from evaluating where's the moon, what's the moon cycle, current moon cycle, and how do you feel about the specific asset. Oh, wrong one. Trading with the moon. So let's start with the new moon. Since we're in a current new moon as of yesterday, I personally have came up with the mnemonic new moon, new money. When the market is dropping like this, as you can see, everything's down right now. This is a perfect opportunity to get in and buy the dip. And if you've already been holding and you wanted to take profit, I would have taken profit prior to the new moon. And this is just giving you what I understand from where we are. All right, so this is reflective of that new moon energy, new money. When the market's down, new moon, new money can come in and buy the dip, get these assets for a cheaper value. And I'm going to pull up the algo chart just so you can see once that new moon started, we instantly saw the dip. Instantly, right? It instantly wiped out some of the gains that people had, let's just say about 10%, right? And this is Algorand. So I'm also going to pull up Bitcoin, right? Just so people can see the correlation of how the new moon is new money, it's downtrend money. And you want to use the day chart. Oh, I don't have to use the day chart. Okay, let me do it on here. All right, cool. So same thing with Bitcoin. So and all the assets are going to follow Bitcoin. I want to stress that. When Bitcoin goes down, all of the other cryptocurrencies will go down as well. So as you can see, this is the Bitcoin chart. It looks just like the Algorand chart. Let's do Solana. No, let's do XRP first. I know we got some XRP army out there. So even XRP, same exact chart, right? Like, and this is my first time getting into trading and sharing what I think about the moon cycles and investing at the same time. But I'm showing you a chart from Thursday evening till now, and they all look similar, right? They all have different. Let's see, how much did XRP go down? Same amount, about 10%. So you easily anticipating the moon cycle, starting with the new moon, understanding that the new moon will make it go down. And then shout out to Dennis, because I actually learned this from my boy Dennis, and he on the lab now. He said, don't forget that retrograde can act in reverse. So Venus retrograde is occurring now or about to occur on the tomorrow. So when he said that retrograde can make it reverse, for my understanding, that will means we anticipate and we expect for new moon to be downtrend money, but because of retrograde, that could also mean that it'll go up instead. So I'll keep that in mind, as I'm always private banking. So let's just check out the private bank real quick. So here, make this a little smaller. All right, so this is the current private bank. And whenever the market is going up, right? Whatever algo is going up, let me pull algo back on the screen real quick. As you can see, all of these charts are pretty much matched up. Okay, algo. All right, and then we're focusing on this downtrend money. And this is the hour chart. So since the new moon started, we caught that dip, and then now we're back on the uptrend. But I just put this line right here just because this is when the new moon started. And as you can see, it dipped down and it came right back and touched that line. And now it's going back down, right? And this is just my personal chart. I just threw this up. But you can see it for yourselves. And we're looking forward to either continue up because of retrograde is in reverse, or we're looking for it to dip back down. But I never tell anybody what it's going to do because it could do anything. I'm not in control of anyone's emotion or their wallet. So just giving y'all my 2 cents on what I see from what I know. Right. So back to the private bank. This is how we're going to use the private bank in conjunction with the moon cycle indicators, right? Whenever we see the market going up, we understand there are buyers in the market, right? Green means buy. Red means sell. So when new moon started, people were selling their Bitcoin, selling their algo, selling their XRP. How does that benefit us? Because we are holding debt. We have Algorand as our debt. We have Bitcoin as our debt. So these assets are losing value, but we borrow them. We owe debt. So it's going to make our debt decrease. Vice versa, when the market goes up, we own these assets. So it's going to make our collateral appreciate. And not only do our assets appreciate, we're able to earn passive income in real time. These APYs, these annual percentage yield, is compound interest, right? I have 15,000 USDC here earning 4% interest, 2,900 algo earning 5% interest, $1,000 in Bitcoin, which is barely earning anything. But I just made a post on Facebook about how I finally have my 1% of a whole Bitcoin now, and we're going to look to keep adding to that. Also, I talked to one of our members today, and just to give a reminder of the liquidation margin. The liquidation margin is your health factor, your health ratio. This lets you know whether or not your account is in jeopardy or not. So if the liquidation margin goes to zero, you're basically going to lose your money. But the chances of that happening because your heads are a lot slimmer than if you were to just be heavier than on one side. So to prevent that, I always encourage people to have twice as much collateral as the borrow, just to be hedged a decent amount, right? But then understand, whenever the liquidation margin goes over 10%, this is showing you how much is available to borrow in real time. So as of right now, we can borrow $1.32 from the market. Regardless if it's up or down, the market's giving us this 135, right? And we're just going to let it sit for a second and see if it goes to zero. If it goes to zero, this signals that the market is going up. If we are able to borrow more, this signals that the market is going down. Whenever the liquidation margin is going down, it means that people are selling, and it means that it's time to borrow. I would encourage you to borrow. I would say borrow Bitcoin right now. It's nice and low enough, right? So right now we can borrow almost $1.50 in Bitcoin because the market is dropping. And we anticipate for the market to fluctuate. So just being able to know you borrow whenever the market, you borrow Bitcoin, borrow algo, when the market is dropping. And then you reinvest that into your collateral. So now once the market is going up, your liquidation margin will go down. When the liquidation margin goes down, that'll show you that the market is going up. The assets are appreciating. And one of the things that I do personally when the market is going up and the assets are appreciating, I take that as an opportunity to repay some of the debt. You do not have to repay the debt, right? Because you're borrowing from yourself, so you can hold it, wait it out a little longer if you want to. But that's one of the things that I do when the market is going up. I repay some of the borrow. I also swap some of my collateral. So I would say I would take some of my algo gains and I'll put that into USDC to stabilize it. Then decide if I want to repay any of my borrow or not. But remember, the liquidation margin is your indicator. Anything over 10% means you can borrow, and that's the market going down. Whenever the liquidation margin is under 10%, that means the market is going up, and then you should consider repaying some of your borrow or swapping your collateral. And now we're including the moon cycles, right? These moon phases, this indicator on TradingView. Let's go to the day chart so you guys can see it clear. All right. And then, like I said, shout out to Dennis again for putting me on this. It was a while back. I'm actually about to start applying it and implementing it. And then I'm sharing it with my people, from what I do know. So as you can see here, this is an example of a new moon and full moon going back and forth, right? So this is a full moon. And on the full moon, I call that free money. The market shot up, right? Shot up pretty good over that about 2 week span, almost 400% in 2 weeks. And then conversely, when the new moon came, it went back down about 45%. So catching those full moons is important, I'm sure, because this is giving you time for your assets to appreciate, giving you time to lock in some of those gains, some of those profits, and then prepare to buy the dip, right? And this is not trading, but if someone was trading, this would be a way. Like I'll be taking some trades again soon, but I just wanted to share the moon cycles with everybody, especially since I've been posting about them inside of school, right? But remember, new moon equals new money, signals a bearish phase, making it the ideal time to borrow depreciating assets, Bitcoin, ETH, Algo, convert them to stable coins and repurchase at lower prices as the market corrects. To maximize this approach, use historical data to confirm full moon bearish trends, set limit orders, right? And these are things that you'll be able to do if you're going to be trading the moon cycle, right? And that's new moon. All right, using moon cycles. The new moon and full moon effects on trading. So new moon is going to be on March 1st, which we already in effect basically until the 30th of this month. So I'm looking to take advantage of the next 10 days or so under this new moon. And then I'm looking to take advantage of the full moon following that. So full moon will be on March 15th, and that'll take us out to March 30th, where the new moon will come back in. What else? And then full moon, you can further track this. Same thing I just said. All right. So let's look at it one more time. For those who have TradingView, you don't know how to get this, you're going to go to indicators at the top. No, actually, I'll put this arrow right here, and then bam, moon faces. But there was another one, and I wasn't sure how to read that, so I'll still show you. That was the in silico. I wasn't really sure how that works, so I'll play with these and check them out. But the basic one works good enough for me right now. Okay, so blue is the new moon, the white is the full moon, and we're looking to see how this thing plays out over the next 10 days. But before I get off here, Miss Kim, Reggie, y'all got a question? Anybody on the live? Y'all got any questions? give y'all a few minutes to ask some questions so I can share some clarity. Okay. Reggie, you got any questions, bro? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, all right. So this replay will be inside of the school. I'll put it in the morning come up section. And if anybody, like I said, if anybody has any questions for me, just reach out to me and I'll share my 2 cents with y'all. That's the best that I can do is just put my 2 cents in. Okay. And then on that note, I'm out. I'll check with y'all Monday morning.